নমস্কার দর্শক বন্ধুরা, রেস স্পোর্টসের পর্দায় আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত। এই মুহূর্তে আমরা রয়েছি যুব ভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গনে এবং আজকে কিন্তু ইস্টবেঙ্গল দল সাংবাদিক সম্মেলন সারল, যেখানে কিন্তু উপস্থিত ছিলেন ইস্টবেঙ্গল হেড কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন এবং ফুটবলার মার্ক জোথানপুইয়া। এবং সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে কিন্তু এসে কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন জানিয়ে গেলেন যে আগামী ম্যাচ কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স এফসির বিরুদ্ধে ঘরের মাঠে, এবং ঘরের মাঠের এই ম্যাচ থেকে কিন্তু অস্কার ব্রুজন জয়ের জন্যই ঝাঁপাবেন। এবং আপনারা জানেন যে গত 3টে ম্যাচে অর্থাৎ মুম্বাই, মোহনবাগান এবং এফসি গোয়ার বিরুদ্ধে কিন্তু ইস্টবেঙ্গলকে পরাজয় স্বীকার করতে হয়েছে, এবং যেই কারণের জন্য টপ সিক্সের আশাটা কিন্তু অনেকটাই পিছিয়ে গিয়েছে। কিন্তু অস্কার ব্রুজন কিন্তু এখানে নিজেকে আশাবাদী রাখছেন এবং তিনি কিন্তু বলছেন যে পরবর্তী 3টে ম্যাচ যদি ইস্টবেঙ্গল জিততে পারে তাহলে কিন্তু টপ সিক্সের আশাটা এখনও রয়েছে। এবং অস্কার ব্রুজন এটা স্বীকার করছেন যে বিগত 3টে ম্যাচে ইস্টবেঙ্গল দল কিন্তু যথেষ্ট ভালো ফুটবল খেলেছে, তবে গোল করার সময় কিন্তু ফুটবলাররা খেই হারাচ্ছিল এবং গোল করা থেকে বিরত থাকাতেই কিন্তু ম্যাচ থেকে 3 পয়েন্ট তুলে আনতে তারা ব্যর্থ হয়েছে। এবং সেই বিষয়টা তিনি মানছেন এবং তিনি বলছেন যে পরবর্তী ম্যাচগুলোতে কিন্তু গোল করার দিকেই তার দল ঝাঁপাবে এবং ভালো ফুটবল খেলবে। এছাড়াও আপনারা জানেন যে হেক্টর ইউসে কিন্তু বেশ কিছুদিন ধরে চোটের আওতায় রয়েছেন এবং তিনি ধীরে ধীরে নিজেকে সুস্থ করে তুলছেন, এবং সেই বিষয়ে কিন্তু আজকে কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন জানিয়ে গিয়েছেন যে হেক্টর ইউসে সুস্থ হয়েছেন, তবে এখনও তিনি কিন্তু পুরো 90 মিনিট খেলার মতন জায়গায় নেই। হয়তো তাকে ম্যাচের পরবর্তী সময়ে কিছুটা হয়তো দিয়ে তাকে হয়তো খেলিয়ে দেখে নিতে পারেন কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন। অপরদিকে আনোয়ার আলী, আপনারা জানেন যে বেশ কিছুদিন ধরে তিনিও কিন্তু চোটের আওতায় রয়েছেন এবং অনুশীলনও করছেন, এবং সেই বিষয়ে কিন্তু আজকে কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন জানিয়ে গিয়েছেন যে আনোয়ার আলীর কিন্তু সুস্থ হয়ে মাঠে ফিরতে এখনও 15 দিন মতন সময় লাগবে, এবং তার আগে কিন্তু আনোয়ার আলী অনুশীলনে উপস্থিত হতে পারবেন না, সেই বিষয়ে জানিয়ে গেলেন। এবং তিনি এটাও বললেন যে তার দল যে মিনি হাসপাতালে পরিণত হয়েছিল সেটা কিন্তু কিছুটা হলেও এখন ধীরে ধীরে সুস্থ হতে শুরু করেছে। অপরদিকে ফুটবলার মার্ক জোথানপুইয়াও কিন্তু আজকে সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে উপস্থিত ছিলেন এবং তিনি কিন্তু বললেন যে বিগত 3 মাস ধরে কিন্তু তিনি ইনজুরি থেকে রিকভারি করে এখন ধীরে ধীরে সুস্থ হয়েছেন, এবং সেই বিষয়ে তিনি জানিয়ে গেলেন যে 3 মাস যে তিনি চোটের আওতায় ছিলেন সেটা কিন্তু খুবই কঠিন, এবং ফিরে আসতে পেরে তিনি কিন্তু খুব খুশি। চলুন শুনে নেওয়া যাক আজকে সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন এবং মার্ক জোথানপুইয়া কি বললেন তাদের মুখ থেকে।
Yeah, results didn't come on our side. We cannot hide it. It's true. We are not happy with the way we ended the games, but we have to take the positivities. There are 3 of the best teams of the ASL: Mumbai City, Mohanbagan, and Goa, and perfectly the result could come in our side if we control that small details that always decide the game. I mean, we were competing well with all of them, and unfortunately we didn't get the desired results, but there are a lot of positivities. Our team in a difficult stage, as all of you know, and if we can compete at this stage, I think that slowly when we recover and when we have our full potential, we will put the team where we want to be.
What is the injury update you have?
Same, similar to the last weeks. In the foreigners, we have Hector coming back and not fully ready to play 90 minutes. Saul is still recovering from his muscle problem. And the rest of the foreigners, probably they will be available. We have some small issues, but probably they are going to be able to play tomorrow. And on the local side, we continue trying to recover Lacra, Raki, Panguar. Mark slowly recovering and will have more participation in the next games. So our hospital is slowly getting better. Otherwise, I'm going to come in everything. Not difficult to motivate our players. If you go to the standings of the last 10 games, our situation in the table is completely different. So we could be perfectly fighting for the objective that we had at the beginning of the season. I continue saying that we have a handicap of the first 6 games of the season, so when you complete the 25% of the games with 0 points, no doubt that in the first problem that you have during the season, the problem is going to be bigger. So that's the situation that we have. It's not difficult to motivate our players. We started the week having a strong word to them. You already say 3 consecutive losses, so tomorrow being our home game, having our fans here, having slowly recovering our players, having a new recruit on the team, we are not thinking in other thing than getting the 3 points. Let's see if we can turn the things around, and when we have, as I say, the full potential, we can connect 2, 3 or 4 consecutive wins to mitigate all the doubts that are still on the team. From us, I think we really have a strong team. Seriously, it's not just a consideration and opinion, but we need to be at our full potential. And in that moment, again, we will prove that this team has been made to much more than being in the current situation. Kuru, Luna in the central areas making the distribution, Noah being a very sharp player, always finding depth on the left side, and a team that relies a lot on the counter-attacks, and a team that usually do the second half better than the first half. So this is the identity of Kerala. On the other side, you mentioned the problems that we have in our defense. Mostly we are conceding the goals in transition and in defending counter-attacks. Probably because we are not applying well the counter-pressing or the holding, and we are having problems on the back of our defenders. We need to still keep working on this. As I told you before, Hector probably is not going to be there for the 90 minutes, and we have injuries with Anwar, with Lakra, and with Rakib. So you can imagine how difficult for us is setting the defense, but our work, especially in this game, because of the conditions of the opponent, are towards that, and not even speculating, and probably if we are minded to be more attacking and score first, the team automatically is going to be more holding and more reliable on what to do on the defending stages. Well, every week I need to reply this question, so let's go one more time. The first thing, if we can win 3 consecutive games, we are still thinking that we can do it. We cannot throw the towel. If in these last games that perfectly the team could have accumulated 4, 5 or 6 points in the last run of 3 or 4 games, we would be talking about the game of today as a final for us to jump into that position. So our dream is still alive. There are 8 games to go. Of course, every mistake now is going to be penalizing us a lot in this objective, but we still feel that a short-term objective should be making a run of 3 consecutive wins, something that we didn't do before. And in that moment, I think that the question is going to be from my side to your side. Didn't you think that we could do this? So it's about be minded and go for the next 3 good results. I share your thoughts. I think that there are some moments of the game that we are playing very good football. I think that we are trying to be a dominating side when the easier thing, when you are on the lowest part of the table, is defending yourself and minimize risk. This is what I told you. I believe that our team is growing. I believe in the development of our team. I believe in slowly getting our full potential. And if you see the lineup of the last game, you can see 7 or 8 total offensive players. Even Nanda playing on the right back, Maesh on central areas, Vishnu, Dini, Clayton, David had the chance, Richard, Nishu that is a fullback that likes to enjoy when playing in open half. So unfortunately in the last game we conceded a set piece in a short corner that they play, mistake of us, but the reality is that we are about to click, we are about to connect, and in particular what you say, yes, every team I have been working before, I was having 4 or 5 players very easily scoring goals, and that is something that I want to do with East Bengal. I don't want to put the responsibility of the goals only in the player that you mentioned. I think, as I told you, if we are playing offensive players, is to distribute the responsibility of conversion. But it's true that the XG is a lot. In the last press conference, I even mentioned the number of crosses that we did into the box, the number of counter-attacks, the number of actions inside the box. So this is something that we are also working. Conversion, getting goals, and what it cannot happen is that when the rivals create 3 or 4 chances, it's easy to concede, but that we need 20 or 25 chances to score one goal. That is something, I mentioned this in a different way in the last press conference. I feel that we are dominating, we are doing a lot of things, but at the same time we have to admit that we are not being better than our opponents in both boxes. So football is decided in the boxes, but the reality is that we are having the punishment of the results. I start with the last part. The AFC is the motor, the engine, the drive that we are having at this moment to try to recompose, get the results, and be in our maximum level probably in March, when we are going to play this important competition. But at the same time, we don't want to keep aside the importance of the ISL. But it's true that the AFC, again, is the drive for us to try to reach that stage in March in our best possible condition. Regarding the B team, there are not many teams in India that have a proper structure of youth teams. East Bengal is one of them. Today we are playing a competition in Kalyani with our reserve team. I'm a coach that I always have been proud to produce and develop players. You can see my history behind. But it's also true that in the current situation of the team, it's more difficult to rely or to give opportunities to the young players. Say that, every training day we are having 6, 8, 10 young players. I want to be in touch with them. I want to follow their development. Probably right now, as I say, it's more difficult for me giving chance because of the current situation on the table. But the young players are determined, and they know that if they keep moving forward, East Bengal is a team that is very well connected with the community. We are always proud to have the Bengali players in our squad, and this is the reason why we have a strong belief in our youth categories. So do not have any doubt that we are on top of that, not only me, also our CTO, producing and sending the players and planning every week how to bring the players with us. I'm trying to attend also the practices and the games of these teams. So yeah, we are on that. Besides the first 11 and the substitutions is not showing that they are counting a lot for the performance moments. But again, it's something. Of course, we want to produce players and make our fans proud that more and more Bengali players can be part of the first 11. Till the 31st of January, the window is open, and even after 31st of January, if the player is not playing in any other league, we can do moves. But I have to stick with the players we have. So the question is very difficult. Our team is improvable. Yes, it is. I have to rely on the players that we currently have in the squad. Yes, I do. We have the AFC Cup in March when there is unlimited registration of foreigners. Yes, this is the situation. So the way for me to answer this question is leaving the thing open. So I cannot say yes, because that don't depend on me. It depends on our team management. And I cannot say no, because probably our team is improvable. So that's the only way that I can answer this question. And regarding the condition of Anwar, in the hit that he got in the last game against against Mumbai, I don't want to say the medical thing. I prefer to keep it internal, but Anwar has an injury, and probably he will be okay to join the practice in the next 15 days. We need Anwar. Probably that is the timeline. Hopefully less, and I hope that is not more. But if you ask me now about his condition, minimum before 15 days he cannot be on the pitch. No problem to answer. If I'm not happy with the performance, I would keep him out of the pitch. So I need to give confidence to him. Strikers, they are players of cycles. Dini in December, November, he had a good cycle. He was an important player for the team and he was scoring goals. So it's not, of course, the strikers, when they don't score, we can tell that they are not performing well. But when he starts scoring, he's going to be again on the edge. Remember that tomorrow Dini plays with his former team, with Kerala Blasters. This week on practice is his eyes full of determination and confidence, and Dini decided to change his tendency of not scoring goals in the last games, and I think that tomorrow Dini is going to play a good game, he's going to score and probably stop all the talks around him, because strikers, they live about making goals, and as I say, our team is creating chances. So yeah, all of us we are expecting that tomorrow Dini reply your question, getting goals on the pitch.
Yeah, it was very difficult for me at that moment, but like the time has passed and we have new coach, and I think everything changed, like the playing style, how we train, everything was going very good. Yes. No, actually it's not I don't take these things as a pressure. I take like it's a chance for us to prove ourselves that we are good enough to play in the highest league.
যুব ভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গন থেকে সায়ন দে, রেস স্পোর্টস।